Bucket, thank you, Axel. Yeah, we're back with yeah, that's me. Yeah. Yeah, we're investigating the murder of our friend Sam Watts, and we're in the Seamstresses Union in Seattle. Ugh. And I like the setting of Shadowrun. It's kind of cyberpunk mixed with magic. Does anybody remember watching the movie Bright? I think it was one of those. I think it was a Will Smith movie where he's like a cop, and then there's like magic and orcs and elves and shit. Yeah, basically that sort of setting. Yeah, it's got some of that. Have you heard of Maury's Meat Emporium? Her face twists in disgust. No, I am a vegetarian. Well, in this setting, I don't remember the exact details, but at some point in history, it might have been at some point before the setting. Before we are now, there was this event. Tore open some magical thing. It created elves, dwarves, orcs, trolls, and gave people magic. I'd say it's more urban fantasy. And there's like dragons and undead and hacking. Did you know Jin Park sold Coyote a gun recently? I'd be more surprised if she hadn't. Bouncers can deal with most of the troublemakers. But around here you need a gun just to take the trash out to the dumpster. Coyote has a date with Paco at Pike Place Market in the next half hour. If you would go down there, it might bring me peace of mind. I'll call a cab for you. Should be able to get you there in time. Gambate kudasai. Good luck. My character is an elf who specializes in summoning. Speaking of summoning, I need more magic. And different races have different limits to their stats. For example, body. Humans and elves can go up to 9. Dwarves can get up to 11. Orcs can go to 14, and trolls get all the way up to 17. While elves can reach the maximum quickness. In strength, elves are one of the weakest races. In intelligence, elves are the smartest, one of the smartest. Willpower, everything except for dwarves can make it to 9. And elves are the most charismatic of the races. And yeah. So if I was a troll, charisma would not be the thing that I would go for. Dwarves are good spellcasters. Humans are the jack of all trades. Orcs and trolls are brutes. Bunch of outfits. So that's the outfit I've got on right now. If I go for ninja clothing, that's what I'll look like. If I go for this, that looks really cool actually. But let's go with this one, because that'll give me more HP. Actually, bonus to charisma. Alright, now we've got to go to Pike Place Market. This game is very linear, so I won't be missing anything really. Pike Place Market. You catch a cab from Touristville to Pike Place Market in a mercifully quiet ride that takes you from probably going to get mugged to be probably going to pay too much for your drinks. Compared to the urban wasteland of the Barrens, the downtown area is filled with modern buildings, lighted streets, and unbarred shops, all living beneath the shadows of massive corporate arcologies. For many, these arcologies are home. For others, they're hulking monuments to where the world went wrong. Famous for its fishmongers, Pike Place Market has been around since the early 1900s overlooking the bay. Now, it's a market for all things, legal and illegal. A melting pot of the haves and have-nots. Even though most of the shops are closed, the sights, sounds, and smells of the market hit you from the moment you step out of the cab. The Universal Brotherhood. The handsome young man turns away from the crowd and fixes you with his full, completely undivided attention. Ma'am, you are a beautiful elf, but you could be so much more. What are you selling? I'm not selling anything. We are giving away the secrets to a more fulfilling, happy, and productive life. Okay, I'll bite. What are the secrets to a more fulfilling, happy, and productive life? The first step is simply to come and listen. Tomorrow night, Lynn Telestrian will be speaking about the importance of family in the sixth world. Please join us tomorrow, and the secrets to a better life shall be revealed to you. He smiles and turns back to the crowd. That's probably an analogy to another heavy air quotes, religious organization. There's Paco. The kid in front of you sports the trademark yellow of the Cutters gang. Young, clean-shaven, he stands like he owns the street and everyone on it. He seems distracted, though, glancing around with increasing agitation. He looks over as you approach. Watch yourself, Dandelion Eater. What you want? You Paco? Yeah, might be. Who the hell are you? Alex, we're on the same team. I'm Reva. I was just at the union. Your girlfriend's gone missing and I'm helping to find her. Tough guy swagger seems to drain out of Parker. The cutter is gone and before you stands a kid in a yellow jacket that doesn't quite fit. Coyote's missing? Oh man, that would explain. She was supposed to meet me here over an hour ago. Look, sorry for getting in your face like that. What else do you know? If she's missing, I need to find her. Ever heard of a place called Maury's Meat Market? Coyote had a receipt for some zebra meat from there. What, you been rummaging through her stuff? Yeah, that shop's just down the block. What the hell would she need... What the hell she would need zebra meat for, though? Beats me. You know a fixer named Mr. Delilah. Coyote had a meeting with him a few days ago. I know of him, sure. Blake doesn't allow any Carters to take side gigs, though. So I've got no reason to deal with him. Coyote hasn't said anything about taking new work. Bob at the Earth. Wait a minute. Drake, I know where she went. Damn, why couldn't she wait? Damn it. Bucko, slow down. Where did she go? The Royale Apartments. The landlord, Stevie J, runs a drug ring out of that hellhole. Coyote grew up there. Doesn't like to talk about it much. She's been looking for a way to settle the score with that guy for years. A few days back, I heard Mr. Delilah was looking for runners to steal some sort of item out from under Stevie J's nose. She must have taken the job, sure of it. And if his thugs caught her, there's grim determination in Parker's eyes. I'm going over there. You coming? I'm in. Don't worry, we'll get her back. Damn right we will. Yay, I've got... Public Market Center. Orcs and Forks Grocery. Many. A small meat stand presents an enormous diversity of dead animals, from cow and canine to the exotic and paranormal. Pictures from the back of the stand feature a much older version of the man in front of you. As soon as he notices Paco, the proprietor's eyes become hard and angry. What do you want? You know we can't afford more. Relax, man. My friend just has a question. You must be Maury. Do I look like a fat old man to you? I'm Manny. Maury's my dad. And what do you want? You know someone named Coyote? Nope. I don't go in much for that shaman stuff. I have this receipt for an order of zebra meat. Still have it for me? I'll look it up. Yeah, got it right here. 2 days past the pickup time. Didn't think anyone was going to come for it. Yeah, it's all yours now. What would somebody want to buy zebra meat for? Some people eat it, but I wouldn't recommend that. Tough as nails. They mostly sell it to corp security teams who use it to reward their hellhounds. Flames go crazy for the stuff for some reason. Drek, that's why Coyote wanted zebra meat. Everyone talks about the pet hellhound Stevie J keeps locked up somewhere in the Royale. If she never picked it up. Whatever. Anything else? What's your problem with Paco? Why don't you ask him? What the hell is that supposed to mean? It means that your gang likes to stroll through here and relieve us merchants of our new yen. My dad stood up to them, and he's still in the hospital. That's not my problem. I'm at the bottom of the cutter ranks anyway. I couldn't do jack about that even if I wanted to. Tell that to my dad. I don't have time for this. We need to find Coyote. You're right, Paco. Let's get going. As your eyes adjust to the flashing lights, you spot the body of a woman dead on the pavement behind the police line. Panic spreads across Paco's face. Oh no, is that Coyote? This isn't happening. God damn it. Pull yourself together. Take a look. Is that her? Parker steps forward and breathes a huge sigh of relief. No, it's not her. Thank God. Look, let's not hang out here too long, alright? Too many Lone Star pigs around. Parker looks over at the victim again. It's too bad, whatever happened here. I'm not going to let anything like this happen to Coyote. Wait, how much neon do I have? 150. A tall, motionless Lone Star officer blocks entry to the crime scene. Behind her, you spot the lively face of the organ grinder's coroner, Dresden. This is an active Lone Star investigation. Please step away from the barrier. I'm here to see Coroner Dresden. And who might you be? It's alright, officer. She's with me. Dresden steps up to the barrier with a warm grin. The officer looks at you with poorly concealed skepticism. Okay then, make it quick. Lying on the pavement is the body of a young human female. Her eyes have been gouged cleanly out, and you notice a string of bite marks along her left arm. The elf standing before you may be quite possibly the ugliest elf you've ever seen. His meticulously clean lab coat, format jacket, and old-fashioned bow tie give him the look of an undertaker from centuries past. He notices you approach and locks eyes with you, smiling a thin, unnerving smile. Hello there, stranger. Might I inquire, do you know which organ grinder's facility this body will be removed to? Who's asking? The elf giggles, a strange, high-pitched warble you would not expect to emerge from his misshapen face. Oh, I'm no one of consequence. Never mind that, though. A good evening to you and your friend, the coroner. That's a creepy dude. So, what brings you out here? Hot on the trail of the dead man's killer? Coincidence, believe it or not. Take it I stumbled across another Ripper murder? Yeah, that's what it looks like. As you can see, the Ripper went for the eyes this time. Pretty clean work. I've got to hand it to him. The Ripper knows what he's doing. Or she, I suppose. What do we know about the victim? Well, not much. Dresden scratches his head absent-mindedly, probably breaking some sort of sanitation protocol. She's been dead for about 3 hours. Her name was Lucy Warden. Worked at the Stuffer Shack just around the corner. Looks like she was just leaving work when it happened. Can you tell if she was subdued in some way before her eyes were removed? That's the strange thing. There don't seem to be any signs of a struggle. Not a single bruise on her body. Yet she was clearly alive when the eyes were taken. Died of blood loss shortly thereafter. As to what knocked her out, I won't know until I can run some tests back at the lab. What about the bite marks on her arm? Completely unrelated. Appears some wild dogs dragged the body out here from the alley, sometime after her death. Any sign of magic here? There was evidence of an unusual explosion in the alley where Sam died. Now there's an interesting thought. Nothing obvious though. I'm sure when McCluskey shows up he'll call in a full magical forensics team though. Just to be sure. Did you notice a particularly ugly elf standing over there in the crowd earlier? Huh? Where? Dresden scans the spectators surrounding the crime scene. He's gone now, but he was asking about the body, wondering which organ grinder's facility it will be taken to. Interesting. Well, there are those who might be interested in purchasing some of her parts, sure. But that's pretty poor form to inquire at the site of a murder. An ugly elf, huh? I'll keep an eye out. Shouldn't be hard to spot if he comes back around. So, the Ripper takes Sam Watt's liver and this woman's eyes. Any theories? Trophies of some sort, I suppose. Probably of some symbolic significance to the killer. Beyond that, I couldn't speculate. I thought you ran the Redmond franchise. Isn't Pike Place a little far from home? Yeah, well, I don't really mind a change of scenery. Coroner for the downtown branch is out on maternity, so I told management that I'd cover for her on this one. Plus, I want this sicko caught. Well, that's enough questions. Thanks, Dresden. Hey, I figure if I help you out, there's a better chance to get this scumbag off the streets a little sooner. McCluskey wants the Ripper in a cell, sure. But he couldn't care less if it takes another dozen murders. Good luck out there, eh? Dresden starts to turn back to the body and then stops. Speaking of McCluskey, you should probably get going soon, before he shows up. The plainclothes Lone Star officer before you sports a tacky hat and a crooked grin to match. So you're the one who's working for the dead man, eh? McCluskey warned us you might be sniffing around after the Ripper. Lucky for you, I got here before McCluskey. I'm Officer Aguirre. Pleased to meet you. Now, seeing as this crime scene is going nowhere fast, what can I do for you? Take it you and McCluskey don't exactly see eye to eye? Let's just say McCluskey and I have conflicting interests. What can you tell me about the murder that took place here? Not much, really. We know it was about 3 hours ago, and we know that her eyes had been surgically removed. Didn't need Dresden to figure out that much yet. He's been looking at the body, though, so he might have more. Me, I've been scanning the rest of the scene, and looking for witnesses, but no luck so far. Damn Ripper might as well be a ghost. Thanks for your time, officer. Hey, hold on a minute there. You haven't put in a donation for the Lonely Orphans Fund. Lonely Orphans Fund? Yeah, see, you make a contribution to the fund, I put you on a list, and let you know the next time we find any orphans that you might be interested in. Well, I'm always interested in finding about any new orphans you discover. Excellent. Shall we say 300 new yen? Even 100 new yen would make a big difference for an orphan these days. He makes a face. Yeah, well, some orphans have more expensive tastes than others. 200? You can take it or leave it. 200 or nothing. Aguirre shrugs. You're a loss then. If I didn't spend that money, I would have been good. But I can increase my decking. Posture check. The orc before you wears the standard Stuffer Shack employee getup. The uniform is well kept and well fitted. but the tears streaming down his large, crooked face do little to improve his appearance. He does not seem to notice your approach. I take it you knew the victim. Yeah, what's it to you? My condolences. Were the two of you close? Thanks. Sorry, we're just not used to folks being too friendly around here. York wipes away some tears with a dirty napkin. Yeah, we were pretty close as co-workers go. Blind Lucy and I worked here at the shack for 3 years together. Started on the very same day. Blind Lucy? Well, Lucy wasn't completely blind, but she was legally blind. She had to wear these huge glasses and hold things right up to her face. But she got new eyes about a year ago. Any idea how she scored the new eyes? No, she wouldn't talk much about it. Just called it her streak of good luck. Guess that luck ran out. Seen anyone strange in the store lately? I see weird stuff every day. It's a stuffer shack. But no, nothing stranger than usual. Did Lucy have any enemies? Oh, I'm not sure. I know she had an ugly breakup with her boyfriend after getting those new eyes put in. The guy was pretty upset for some reason and wouldn't leave Lucy be, until she filed for a restraining order. That all seemed to die down a while ago, though. When was the last time you saw Lucy? Here at the shack earlier today. I think she was heading to the market to meet a friend. Hell, I was going to join her on my way home, but we got some last-minute customers. That's all I needed to know. Thanks for your help, and I'm sorry for your loss. Wait, you wouldn't happen to be part of the investigation, would you? In my own way. Why do you ask? Well, Lucy had this necklace. An intricate little carving of a dragonfly on it. Wore it every day. Said her mum gave it to her when she left Denver. Anyway, you know how Lone Star is. All her stuff will be bagged and placed in evidence storage until the Seventh World awakens. I just thought if you could somehow get that necklace back before the Lone Star cleans everything up, I could send it back to her family. I feel like I owe her that much. I understand. If I can find it at the scene, I'll bring it to you. Thank you for your help, friend. You know where to find me. You scanned the ground near Lucy's body and spotted a small wooden object, mostly hidden beneath the dead woman's hair. This must be the necklace Frank was talking about. A thin, broken cord trails off to one side. It must have snapped during the struggle. As you start to reach for the necklace, a slim, black Lone Star boot slams down on the pavement. And what do you think you're doing? This carving is a powerful shamanic summoning fetish. If there were any magic involved in this woman's death, the latent magical energies in this necklace could have become extremely unstable. We need to get it away from here, now. You see uncertainty spread across the young officer's face. Well, you seem to know what you're doing, but bring that right back once it's safe. It could be important evidence. You bet. You pick up the necklace. It's an intricately carved piece of wood in the shape of a dragonfly, with small turquoise stones set within the eyes. The wood feels very sturdy for its weight. With genuine wood such a rarity in the Sixth World, this piece might be worth quite a bit to the right buyer. Frank looks up as you approach. Were you able to find Lucy's necklace? I've got it right here, Frank. You can send this to her family now. As he takes the necklace from you, you can sense a weight lifting from Frank's shoulders. I'm glad I can do this much for Lucy, at least. Thank you, friend. I owe you. Happy to help. Alright, going to the Royale Apartments. Come on, lady. Let's go find Coyote. Okay, I'm ready. Royale Apartments. You roll up on the most impressive bit of tenement squalor you've seen in a long time. There's a few street lamps here, and what light there is flickers with uncertainty. Most of the buildings are damaged and tagged. The smell of old, rotting trash mixed with you don't want to know is overwhelming. It's no wonder people living here turn to BTLs. Anything's better than this. The better than life chip is the newest drug on the market. You don't need a good life. You can slot someone else's, live through them, and wreck your brain in the process. The front doors of the Royale Apartments aren't even locked. As you step inside, you can hear a junkie crying out for another hit. It's time to find Coyote and find out what she knows about the night of Sam's murder. The Royale Apartments. What a hole. Can't imagine what it was like for Coyote growing up here. Echo trails off. These poor people. What a waste. If Coyote's here, we have to hurry. She's good, but, well, these BTL guys pay to stay well informed. You may have known she was coming. Like a lazy pigeon. He watches you approach. You're not from around here, are you? I don't want any trouble. Easy, Gramps. I'm just looking for information, then I'm gone. Bad day to come around here unexpected. Bit of a commotion upstairs. Stevie's men are twitchy. This pretty young thing came through earlier, snooping around like you two are. I could tell she weren't here for BTLs. Don't know how she got upstairs. There was a lot more gunfire than there is usually this time of day. That's not good. Did you see her come back down again? Nope. A couple of Stevie's men came around, asking what anyone saw. Kept my mouth shut, I did. Where's Stevie holed up? He's got the whole top floor to himself. Fancies he's the king around here. She's my only lead right now. Can you help me out? You're being right friendly. But I can't get on the wrong side of Stevie J. I'm sure you understand. You've already stuck your neck out to help us. We'll find another way. Looks like there's a hole in the wall behind this old dresser. The wall is crumbling here. Through a hole, you can see a rickety stairwell leading up. You sure you don't know anything about that stairwell? About that BTL deal? Guess that nobody around here would be crying over his death. Brings a bad type of people around that one. wall is crumbling here. Through a hole we can see a rickety stairwell leading up, but it seems it can only be accessed through the locked apartment next door. Scratches herself like a cat at a couch leg. Please, can you spare some New Year? My card stick's a little light too, lady. What can you do for me in exchange? I've got nothing left to give, lady. It all goes to BTLs. Everything. Please, just a few New Yen. Maybe I can credit you for some information. Have you seen a woman come through here today, armed and looking for trouble? Yes, no, hell, what do you want me to say? I'll tell you anything, everything, please. She drops to her knees, bleeding. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. You should leave this place if you can. But that doesn't make sense. The BTLs are here. I just need something. She collapses, whimpering, and seems lost to this world. Stop your bleeding. Your boy has debts and we're collecting. Please, Riker, no, he's my son. Get your ass back in your squad before I break something else. We'll send him upstairs instead. You want me to give him to Stevie? Maybe after he kills that girl we caught. You pig, give Zipper back now or you'll bleed on me. Zipper's gone. Get yourself a new kid. Covers his face with his hands. Oh God, no. Please, no. This is my home. Get out. What was that all about? Why do you care? It's my son. That bastard took my son. Who took your son? One of Stevie J's goons, Riker. He runs that filthy BTL squad across the hall. My son, Zipper. He's not a strong boy. And Riker knows it. Lured him in with those damn chips. Better than life. Ha, what life? Now they're torturing him in there. Why would they do that? Those sickos have a SimSense recording studio over there. I've heard them say they have a special guest up in the penthouse. They plan to torture her with a recording of my son's dying breath. It must be Coyote. They've got her up there. Easy, Parker. She'll be okay if we keep her heads. Are you with me? Yeah, you're right. I'll be okay. What about my son? I'll see if I can save your son while we're saving our friend. Thank you. Don't touch that. Haven't seen you before, lady. Looking to go somewhere special? A scream echoes through the pipes of the rotten walls. Hard to tell where it came from. What was that sound? He smiles with his mouth, but his eyes say predator. Who knows? Could be anything. Probably someone riding the wrong end of a Yakuza execution BTL. We get all kinds. I can hook you up if you're interested. I heard you're in the middle of a recording session. Sure am. My gear is state of the art, if you can believe it. I'm looking for something very special. Something violent. Look around. Clearly. I'm not going to be offended by any idea you can come up with. I want to kill someone and record it. The thug looks like he's thinking hard for a moment. Wow, you're one sick bastard. I like it. Perfect timing too. I could use a triggerman for a little project I've got going. Come with me. Show me the way. ATL junkies twitch in the throes of their sordid dreams. One bored man stands ready to administer another chip if the credits are good. Who's this wrecker? Can't you see I'm busy here? This lady here has exotic tastes. She wants to help us out. She's willing to pay for the privilege. That and a copy of the recording. Well, as long as Mr. J gets what he needs. I see no reason we can't make a little extra at the same time. I think young Zipper here is about to spin. Now, just give me a moment to hook up a recording rig to a friend here, and she'll have quite the BTL for her personal collection. You know what would make a great BTL? What? What I'm gonna do to you. Elevator gleams at the end of the hallway, out of place amongst the filth. You access the computer. The database has a vast array of BTLs covering all topics from disturbing and sad to romantic and adventurous. happy BTL to the plugged in junkies. Download the BTL.
Got lucky today, kid. If I were you, I'd play it safe from now on. You don't get lucky twice. Ugh, I don't think I can move. Can you at least tell my dad? Have you saved my son yet? Yes, but he's not doing too well. Thank you so much. Once we go upstairs, I'm not leaving until I find a coyote or I'm dead. You get it? Get it. Let's do this. Stevie J's penthouse apartment might have been nice at one point in time, classic even, but now it's filled with neon tube lighting, broken down furniture, piles of rubbish, and crates containing who knows what. Still, compared to the rest of what you've seen, it's positively palatial. The only thing marring this penthouse's pseudo-luxury is a woman's cry of pain in the distance, followed by laughter. Someone is being tortured for another's pleasure. You step deeper into the apartment. Huffing and puffing, you reach the top of the stairs. It looks like Stevie J doesn't use them much, if at all. Raspy manic voice booms over the penthouse PA system. You really think you can come in here and shoot up my place? You know who I am. I know who you are. You're the guy I'm gonna kill. Beyond the bars is a stinking jumble of burned flesh and dog flop. An enormous hellhound is its first streaked with whip marks growls low. The eyes of a second-hand hellhound burn menacingly in the corner. The hellhounds devour the zebra meat in a few massive bites. They let out a contented growl. With a bloody gurgle, Stevie J is no more. About time you got here, Paco. Who's your friend? Just another professional. I need to ask you some questions. Paco glares. Not now. Coyote, we need to get you back to the Union. Miss Kubota has that med lab in the basement. No. Coyote speaks through gritted teeth. No. We need to finish the other thing I came here for. We need to find something for Mr. Delilah first. A stash of gems. Delilah? I thought you said you'd never do another deal with that man. Look, Paco, I needed an excuse to come back here and settle some debts. Figured I might as well get paid for it. Her voice is strong still, but her body's beginning to shake. Paco, help her back to the Union. I'll find those gems for you and then meet you there. Coyote looks as though she's about to argue, but says nothing. Come on, Coyote, let's go. That's everything. Now we head back to the Seamstresses Union. Despite Coyote's clear desire to stand on her own 2 feet, Paco needs to help her through the door into the Seamstresses Union. Heads raised in the front room of the bar falls strangely silent. Paco stands by her side now, not speaking, his dark eyes flat with fury. Coyote presses a rag into her clawed-up face. She winces, but manages to keep control as she breathes in slow, deep breaths to manage the pain. Taking a closer look, you see her arm isn't much more than shreds of meat and broken bone held together by tendons and burned skin. It'll be a miracle if she still has it by the end of the night. Miss Kubota is tending the bar herself when Paco Walk carries the mangled and bleeding Coyote into the Union. As soon as the boss lady lays eyes on her missing bartender, the place gets quiet fast. By the time she rounds the bar to meet you, Coyote is the color of wet spackle, and there is something new in her eye. Fear. The woman has faced down hellhounds, but the sight of Miss Kubota has her staring at the floor and mumbling. Woman, how dare you miss 2 shifts and then come back and bleed on my floor? I'm sorry, Mrs. Kubota. I had a run that went bad. Soka, I can see that. Your arm is a mess. Was this your crusade again? Do not answer. It will only upset me further. You caused me to worry about you, Coyote, and that distracted me from my business. Hi, Mrs. Kubota. My apologies again. Jerry, take her downstairs to Dr. Castle. Yes, ma'am. And tell Castle to put something new and shiny where that arm used to be. Miss Kubota, I can't afford a cyber arm. I am aware of your financial situation. When you are healed, we will discuss the concept of Giri, the debt of honor. Now go. Bleed elsewhere. Yes, ma'am. Her anger at Coyote's rashness slowly washes from her eyes and is replaced by tears. She sniffs, wipes them away, and inclines her head to you. Domo arigato, Riva. Arigato. That girl is precious to me. It is not often that we see acts like these in the Barrens. You have performed a great service for my little family, and I welcome you into my home. Consider it yours while your work keeps you here. But we both know that words are mere air. Beyond my thanks, I offer you this remuneration. Please take it as a show of respect. I am honored, Mrs. Kubota. Thank you. You are most welcome, and I offer more than simple lodging. You will find that there is more to the Union than meets the eye. Below us is a small facility available exclusively for discriminating independent operatives like yourself. In it, you will find vendors selling the best gear and the black market has to offer, a fully equipped cyber dock, and a secure place to rest when the dreck hits the fan, as they say. This place is a safe house too? Indeed. Normally, I require a percentage of the runner's income for use of this facility, but as I said, you are family now. Consider it on the house. To gain entrance, play GAFFC on the piano. Van Grass is busy talking on his comlink, checking his heads-up display and motioning to a runner standing nearby. All at the same time. He's an intense little man. You get the sense that he likes to look busy. I'm Van Grass. Make it quick. Biz is good. Talk to me. I do street work. Got anything for me? He still hasn't looked at you. He's going a mile a minute. Nothing for you tonight, sorry. I'm doing a thing right now. Important thing. Talk to you later. Oh, hey lady, one more thing. He covers his comlink for a moment, tilts his head your way, but you can still see he's staring at his HUD. I'm a fence too. If you've got anything you need to unload, come see me. Johnny
Eileen's only seemingly brand new mob and surveying the crowd at the Union. Thanks for the tip the other day. Mrs. Kubota said I should go to the safe house, but I don't quite know where that is. The piano is a little out of tune. Check it out. The hulking troll bouncer in the immaculate suit stands as impassively as ever. The absence of dust on his broad shoulders is the only real indication that the man ever moves. He nods to you when you approach. Evening. I see Security is back, looking only a little worse for wear. We have you to thank for that? Paco and I tracked her down. I always wondered what she saw in him, but I guess he ain't all bad. I'm just glad she's back. Couldn't stomach losing anyone else so soon after what happened to Sam. You're just a big old sheepdog, aren't you? Not the comparison made of most trolls, but I'm happy to defy expectations. Mind if I ask you a few questions? Haven't minded so far. How long have you been working for Mrs. Kubota? I crawled in here after I awoke. Mrs. Kubota took me in and gave me a job. I've been here ever since. You have to pay extra for a manicure and hands that big? That's not the size they charge more for. It's the blood under the fingernails. You hear anything else about Sam's death? People are saying it was the Ripper, but people say a lot of things about what they don't know, or what they don't understand. I should be going. Catch you around. GAFFC. As you slowly peck notes out on the keyboard, they spark a faint memory of wonder, immediately forgotten as the entire piano slides to the left, revealing a hidden staircase. You descend the stairs into the Union safe house. The entrepreneurial Mrs. Kubota has combined everything a runner might need into a one-stop shopping experience. Black market equipment, high-end magical talismans, and something else. Make it quick. I need to operate. Thanks for helping me out back there. Looks like you could use a hand. Ouch. That jerk right now. She looks down at her mangled arm. Okay, Fex, I'm gonna have to ask you to sit in the waiting area. Watch some Tri-Vid or something. This young lady and I have work to do. Take it easy, Coyote. We'll be here when you wake up. You said anything about me going to sleep? Just give me something to bite on. You're a tough kid, but you're not that tough. Okay, Coyote, let's take a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Coyote, I earned this face by being stupid. I'm gonna keep it. End of story. Whatever you say, kid. With one more swift move, she sinks a syringe into Coyote's thigh. Nighty-night. Coyote looks both better and worse than you last saw her. All the gaping holes are plugged, and she's sporting a shiny new cyber arm. But now that the adrenaline has worn off, it's clear that she needs some rest. Good morning.
Thanks to the miracle of modern science, combined with Doc Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost as good as new. Better, really. Nice arm. Thanks. Mrs. Kubota will have me working it off for the rest of my life. She notices your expression. You look like you've got something on your mind. I have some questions. She flashes you a puzzled look. What kind of questions? About Sam Watts. Sam Watts? What about him? Sam's dead. Holy dreck. Sam. Can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? You served Sam the night he died. What do you remember about that night? It was a pretty average night. Regular crowd as I remember. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know him? Met him. He's a charmer too. She bites her lower lip. I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few. Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing him back, but good. Eventually he got loud, where he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Mrs. Kubota wanted him ejected. Mr. Clue wasn't around, can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out back, into the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. He said he got loud. Do you remember what he was saying? She thinks. Standard Sam Drake. How he grew up really rich and didn't deserve this. How he hated his mother. How he loved his mother. It was really pathetic stuff. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad. But Sam wasn't a monogamous type. He dabbled in everything. Booze, chips, drugs. He loved the nitro. Whatever he could get his hands on. It wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try and forget about it. Sam was sick. Dying, didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. It had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good even. Did he say how he got better? He said his mum helped him out. Never said how though. Where did Sam live? On the streets mostly. He'd occasionally convince someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. Did Sam have any enemies? She thinks. Enemies? It's hard to say. Sam partied hard when he did. He ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion. But no, I don't think he had any enemies. At least none that I'm aware of. Tell me about Sam. I hear you liked him. I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes. But I did. Me too. You were friends? Yeah, that's why I'm here. Got it. And you know, he was a charmer, wasn't he? I guess I need him the best of everyone here. Sorry, he's gone. Thanks, Coyote. Now you two need to do. Now I need you two to do something for me. What do you need, babe? I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. He's usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run at it when I recover. I will. Past the bar, the edges of the safe house become somewhat indistinct due to the magical haze surrounding a particular elf. The man seems only half of this realm, his mind wandering the far horizons of astral space, while his body peddles his otherworldly wares. Good evening, young elf, and welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I am Algernon Halftree. To ease your way through the sixth world, I offer you the best in magical fungi, spells, and fetishes for the conjuring of spirits. Let's see what you got.
T.B. Gruberman. Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc, dressed with precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high and tight. As they say, in the neatness this presents is only compromised by the uneven tusks protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in this picture of perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable, but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his suit. When he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful, and he talks almost exclusively in numbers: calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arc of fire, razoring factor, tensile strength, and of course, price. Bunker Buster Gruberman at your service. Friends call me Buster. He also answers as Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I'm your man. How can I help you? What exactly do you sell here? Things that go bang in all shapes and sizes, plus other odds and ends on occasion. Consider me your own personal armory. All weapons are guaranteed to meet strict UCAS military spec or your money back. In addition, I can handle routine maintenance, repairs, and upgrades, if you so desire. Thank you for the hydrate, Lily. And if that wasn't enough, I also teach a safety and instructional course every weekend. This week we're covering bayonets. Mark my words, they're making a comeback. So, what can I get you? Let's take a look. Let's grab the Semapal VZ. And my spells. Nothing right now, thanks. Every inch of the tech alcove is covered in chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things that you can't identify. In the eye of this techno-bit storm stands a dwarf, immaculately dressed and supremely calm. Look, I know that look. Doing the size of the shop for you. I can get any Matrix hardware or software that exists. And if it doesn't exist, then I can get it made for you. Any questions I can answer or any gear you need? What do you got for sale? See you later. Oh, I'm being rude. Let me also introduce you to our resident decker and my good friend Johnny Clean. While in the same overalls that you saw him up in upstairs, down here, leaning over a workbench crammed with circuit boards, cables, and chips, Johnny Clean seems like a totally different person. I get the impression that Johnny was once as hot and invisible as most infamous deckers today. Good to see you down here. Happy to be of help if I can be. How is decking used? Decking skill is often used just on terminals in the real world to get information, hack doors, etc. But occasionally a run will have the option or the requirement to go into the local matrix LAN of the facility you are infiltrating in order to gain access to valuable information or control more important things in the real world. See you guys around. In Shadowrunner circles, the term doctor is often used quite liberally to describe any sawbones with a needle and thread. But in the case of the Union's resident medical expert, nothing could be further from the truth. The safe house boasts a fully equipped medical suite, complete with shamanistic fetishes. This is sixth world medicine of the highest caliber. The doctor herself is an unassuming sort, perhaps the type to go unnoticed entirely, if not for the sprightly spirit perched on her shoulder like her own personal gargoyle. The spirit's burning eyes follow you constantly, even as the doctor's own eyes are buried in her charts. However, she does look up long enough to acknowledge your approach. I'm Dr. Castle. I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thank you for that. You're welcome, Doc. And I've got to say, that was some work you did on her. Talents may be going to waste down here. I'd praise for a simple arm swap, especially since she wouldn't let me repair her face. She makes you eyeballing the facilities. I can tell you're surprised to find a full-service med-bay under a dive bar in Slum. Don't be. This is a Shadowrunner bar after all. We're a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits. There is no better place to set up a practice. I patch runners up, install and maintain their cyberware, and provide medical supplies for their runs. I may not be as mobile as Doc Wagon, but I'm the next best thing. Can I help with anything? I see shamanistic fetishes. You a shaman too? While modern medical technology makes surgery less disruptive than it used to be, it's still an ordeal for both the body and the spirit, requiring extensive recuperation to properly heal. I am trained in the ways of the spirit world as well as the scientific world. I do my best to heal the whole patient. What cyberware do you have available? I want all the bits and pieces. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get all the bits. Let's see medical supplies. Bunk is a mess and reeks of booze. Searching through the sheets, blankets, and pillows, you find an old photograph that has seen a lot of wear.
look at the image on the photo. The picture is of a blonde boy and girl, both about age 14, sitting on a dock at the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. The boy has his arm tied around the girl's shoulders and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Back in the photo, written in a woman's hand are the words, Sam and Jessica, Lake Sammamish State Park, summer 2040. We're back. I think the highlights of the Wolves game will be on soon. Want to take a load off and watch with me? You know someone named Jessica? The brow furrows. No, why? That's the name of Sam's sister. Jessica Watts? Yeah, he mentioned there was. It didn't sound like they got along that well. The Conlick chips and the screen shows John Dresden, coroner from Organ Grinders. He doesn't look happy. Dresden, you don't look so good. Never mind that, I'm fine. Listen, I'm at the NTSB investigation facility, down on the docks with the corpse of what looks like another Ripper victim. If you want to check this out, I'll get here fast, before McCluskey does. Thanks for the call. On my way. The image on your PDA dissolves as the call ends. Another Ripper murder? Where? The docks. I've got to go. Okay, listen, I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before. Something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off. And Sam was my friend. You head to the docks and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister, Jessica. She might be able to help us. Thanks. I appreciate the help. Let's see, what do we got for clothing? To be gained. Mr. Delilah looks small and tough, with an untraceable shoddy on his back and a heavy vest under his trench coat. He's got an air of someone who gets things done and occasionally does them himself. He might be an ex-runner, one of the rare ones, smart enough to move over to management when he felt his reflexes slowing down. What do you want? Mr. Delilah, we have business to discuss. What business? I've got no business with you. Coyote sent us. At the mention of Coyote, he finally gives you his full attention. Why didn't you say so? Coyote is late and my client is getting anxious. Where is she? Downstairs, training on a new arm. Your run went south for her. No kidding. Well, whatever. She's tough. She'll pull through. So, who are you two? This is Coyote's boyfriend, Parker. I'm Reva. What is this, a romance trip? I don't give a crap about boyfriends. Where's the stones? Here you go. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope on his eye. Moving through what appears to be the most valuable stones, he stops when he finds what appears to be an ordinary pebble
inscribed with Hebrew characters. That's the one. He pockets it. Okay, you've done good, but you're late. And Coyote knows that in this case, late equals no payment. But I'm feeling magnanimous tonight, so you guys can keep the rest of the gems as your reward. Deal. Mr. Delilah looks you up and down, takes you all in. Listen, you look like the sort of woman who might run a crew of your own one day. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me. I'll set you up. He dismisses you with a wave. Looks like you impressed him. No offense for those gems. Van Grass, follow me. And Grass is fiddling with his cyber eye while noodling on his PDA. And you're back, still busy. What's your story? I can see you're a busy man. He nods his head. That's right, and... So, I wouldn't bother you if I hadn't come into possession of these rare stones. You have his attention. Rare stones, huh? Let's see these rare stones. You hear the servos in Van Grass's cyber eye whir as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his head over the stones for 2 seconds, maybe less. Where'd you get this dreck? Gumball machine? I'll give you 1,000 for them. I thought you said you were a busy man. I am. Why are you wasting our time on this with this little dance? 1,500 and it's done. You got a deal. Done. Give me your cred stick. Yeah, I'll buy a couple things for a deck. Might as well buy a street sweeper for Benelli Raffaello. Maybe buy a spell.
You mentioned Coyote's crusade. What is it? Coyote grew up in the Royale, but managed to escape that life. However, cousin was apparently not so lucky. He came to town about a year ago and fell in with the wrong circle. He was introduced to sim chips and became addicted to BTLs. Coyote has been tearing her way through chip houses for months now, searching for him and acting as a one-woman cleanup crew. If you don't mind, how did you get involved in all this? I'm a former runner. Now I provide a safe haven and marketplace for runners who need a trustworthy place to congregate and do business. To the docks. Leaving the seamstresses union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with this latest victim, left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle's your typical industrial area. Grit, grime, and grey. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets, repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken down street. Disreputable is the district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a small strip of dock toward the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. Etiquettes. The guard looks bored. He toys with his gun absent-mindedly like he might shoot something on a limb just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? I am special assistant to the coroner. You met him, right? He needs me to get things off tall shelves for him. Of course. I'll open the gate. The response team is just inside the warehouse. Sorry for my rudeness. Inside, the large grey warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks top a huge utilitarian room. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more.
despite the quiet on the outside. Inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. It seems this case hasn't leaked to the press yet. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. But that's all the time we've got for today. Thank you everyone for joining me for the end of Kingdom of Night and more Shadowrun returns. I'll be back on again later tonight with War Tales, and we'll be back with Shadowrun Returns tomorrow. Okay. But for now, let's go raid out. Who are we raiding? No raid today. Alright. Well, take care of yourselves, everybody. And I will see you all later. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay healthy.